Hello and welcome along to a very important episode of this FM21 story from Bangor City with me, Daniel. It's a build a nation, and at the moment we're struggling to build the club. We're back for part 25 today and we face Haverfordwest on the final day of the league season, hoping desperately that we can somehow jump above Connah's Quay. They're 2 points ahead of us, so we must win and they must lose or draw, and if that happens, we wrap up European football for certain. If not, we're into the playoffs. We've then got Carmarthen, 7th place in the league at the moment, in the final of the Welsh Cup. But the worry I have with them is they were the best of the rest in the bottom half. So they've been playing against all the weaker teams in the league for the last 5 weeks and have been beating them. We have won the one game off camera since the last episode, but of course Connah's Quay are up there with us, and as long as they don't slip up, there's nothing we can do. So if you are looking forward to this episode, a pretty tense one and a couple of big important moments, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from 2 long-term stories. I hope you had a great Christmas, of course, and festive celebrations. If you didn't celebrate it, I hope you had a good weekend either way. But we're back now every day at 3:30 with episodes from the head coach in this one. We had a massive game in the head coach yesterday, and these two are basically the equivalent. They're just as big. So let's go and have a look at that one game we played off camera. It was Cardiff Met Uni we faced. A 1-0 win thanks to Paul Glatzel. Amadi Holloway got an injury, which means that will have been the last game of his contract. He wants 600 quid a week to stay, and he can't be the highest paid player at the club. So that's the goodbye to him, and we will probably be changing shape next year as well. What I do want to point out though, very quickly, is just how weak we are in comparison to last season. So Barry are on 68 who have won the league. We're on 54. If you look at the previous season, we finished on 70. So Barry have basically just done what we did last year. But last season they got to 63, TNS to 60, and none of us have even got close this time. So it really is quite a concern for us and does spell that change needs to be made. So that's what we're going to do, but we've got 2 big games to get through first. The first one is crucial in the league. I don't mind if Connah's Quay win theirs and they nick second. But what I don't want is us to slip up and to miss the opportunity. So we're going to go for what I think is our strongest possible 11 and 18. And basically the only players here who aren't on a transfer list or a backup left back. So we're going for the lineup of Zabret in goal, Vaughan and Bolton the fullbacks with Harbottle alongside Hock and Hull at centre half, Coyle, Boot, Goodrich and Pixley the midfield 4, Fanian and Glatzel up front. And then the likes of Cordner, Mafuta, Hackett, Rogers, Silla, all game changers on the bench if we need them. But are they going to deliver today? That's the big question. I'm almost tempted to take Coyle out because I think that is our best tactical familiarity. And Coyle didn't play great the last game. What did he get as a rating? 7.0. Maybe we get him back in then. So it's going to be Silla who stays out. Goodrich in centre midfield. I'm not going to fall for the trap. And we have to beat Haverfordwest. There is no other option. Connah's Quay have got TNS. They've had a poor season, but on their day can beat anyone. So we hope that TNS get the win, or at least a point, and we go and get our victory, because the superior goal difference from the earlier games in the season will still wrap up second place. So let's go and get into it. We're going to pump the fist, tell the lads that we're favourites for a reason. We actually got a reaction from a couple today. Only Harbottle and Fanian, but it's better than nothing. So into the first half we go, all eyes on our game and from another, and it's been pointed out by the media. Continental qualification relies on a favour from TNS. I'm hoping he'll get it for us. He's trying to save his job as well. Probably too late for him. He'll have to get through the European playoffs. But if we're in there with him, one of us and TNS will miss out. And we're the 2 professional sides in the country, which certainly won't help us build a nation. As the long ball forward is headed away, we're not really playing good football so far. We're used to playing it on the deck. But instead, we're getting into this sort of long ball reverse with them. Haverfordwest defending it comfortably. We haven't even got a target man because of injury. As Pixley finds Fanian to Glatzel. That's a great first touch. In he goes. First minute and we could have been ahead. Glatzel ruins it. He hits it straight at the keeper. And it's a corner kick from the left-hand side. Goodrich will deliver. In-swinger to the front post. Headed away by Smith. And Coyle gets it back out to him. Goodrich delivers. In it goes. Hooper away. We are into seconds. That's not possible, is it? What's going on there? I'm going to have to look afterwards. But let's have a look at the corner kick from Goodrich. An in-swinger again to the back post. That one's better. But it's headed away again. Harbottle gets it. How are we seconds? I don't understand. We were 2 points behind, weren't we? But it says Connors Key are on 57 and so are we. But we don't go on to 57 unless we win. That dugout table there is on us gaining 3 points, but it's 0-0. Can someone explain this to me? I'm not quite sure what's going on. Either Asa Hall's been fooled by the incorrect news out of the crowd, or something fishy's going on there. As Zabret gets the ball in goal, either that, or this highlight's going to lead to a goal and we've just had a spoiler. Let's have a look at which one it is. Long kick finds Glatzel from Zabret. He's got Fanian in the middle, gets it in towards him, Smith heads away, and Shepherd can clear downfield. And if anything, the hosts look better on the break at the moment. Brown in long, which Hockenhull heads away. Goodrich plays a 1-2 with Coyle, and Boot switches left to Bolton. He's got time on the left-hand side, plays 1-2 with Goodrich. Really not that intensity, but Pixley does set Bolton free here. Good ball in, Fanian scores! And maybe it was a spoiler all along. Bangor City lead 1-0, and as it stands, TNS are holding Connors Key, and we will still just about wrap up European football. Barry are losing 2-0, but their season's over. They've already won the league. They can rest players for the summer now. And for us, it's about holding on. But we're not looking good here as Wilson surges in. His shot's just wide. He had time and space to run into there. He's wasted that chance. And with 20 gone, it's an even game, but we lead it 1-0. As Hicks puts the corner in. Oh, it's unmarked. What a save by Zabret. Wilson left completely unmarked, 6 yards out. Fantastic goalkeeping. And Hicks puts the corner in again to the back post. Hooper heads over. And we are looking a little bit fragile, to be honest. But as long as we hold on, I just don't care. And we've got another corner kick ourselves here. Goodrich with an in-swinger. Hasn't beaten that first man again. I'm going to have to change all of the set-piece tactics next year too. Because it's been really poor. But this ball's in. Glatzel's nicked in. He's missed an open goal. Paul Glatzel, what are you doing, son? He nicks it ahead of the keeper 8 yards out. And he's put it straight wide of the near post. Had to do better. Good ball from Ethan Vaughan, who takes this throw-in. Headed away as far as Fell, and he flicks on, but Hockenhull gets there first. To Coyle. Over the top, it's poorly hit. And straight through to the keeper. But it really should be more than one based on clear chances. As Haverfordwest pick it up on halfway, it's given away to Harbottle. He hoofs it away, but only to the left back of the hosts. Hockenhull heads away, but it's straight to him. Keach is the man. He's had it twice now, and he's trying to find a better delivery. Finds Hockenhull a third time. They're just playing their own personal game. Into Wilson down the left eventually. Back to Keach. He crosses into the front post. Goodrich heads clear, and Pixley can counter. Can we make it 2? Can we make it comfortable? Mitch Pixley carrying it. Finds Fanian. Into the box alone. Samuel Fanian. It is 2-0 to Bangor. We are definitely doing our part. And now we need a big TNS favour. If we wrap up second, it's not the ideal, but it's Europa Conference qualification and no need for a playoff. 5 minutes to half time. Zabret's got it in goal. Plays short to Coyle. We've looked really good today. That's the frustrating thing. Hooper gives it away to Bolton and he goes long to Glatzel. In one-on-one from the long hoof clearance. Glatzel slides in. It's 3-0. It's easy and it's absolutely brilliant. Why couldn't we play like this for the 10 games we barely got a win? Because if we had, we'd be in the title race. As it is though, we are looking like we're doing our bit. We desperately need to wrap up second. It would put us into the cup final with momentum as well. And we can win a domestic cup double. We can qualify for the Europa Conference qualifiers. And it's not a disastrous season if that's the case. Zabret rolls out to Coyle again. Plays short to Hockenhull. Long over the top to Glatzel again. Completely unmarked again. And 4-0. Another easy goal. And we have suddenly come to life. It has been a fantastic 30 minutes or so. A pretty dodgy start. And since that we've been brilliant. 4-0 to Bangor City, and Haverfordwest don't know what's hit them. I don't think we've won a game by more than 2 goals since January, if I remember rightly. Bolton picks it up at the back again and finds Goodrich, and at the moment, it looks like we could get as many as we want. Both of the strikers on a hat-trick now, of course, we've got to bear that in mind, and we'll try and leave them on for it in the second half. As Hood's got himself in, he's put it wide of the post, really snatched it out and blasted it there. If he'd slid it past Zabret, it was 4-1. But as it is, a brace for each of the strikers, 4-0 at half-time to Bangor, and we keep a very keen eye in the second half on TNS's result at Connors Key. The good thing, of course, if we do finish second, it gives TNS a chance in the playoffs. If they can get into Europe with a professional side and invest in the summer, we could strengthen the league again. And Barry Town are doing brilliantly, so we've got to give them that as well. Oh, it's bad news. Connors Key have got 2 quick goals. They go 2-0 up at TNS. And despite this brilliant performance, we are going into the qualifiers. Or are we? TNS fight back. Jason Oswell, 2 goals in 3 minutes. Go and bag your hat-trick, son. What a hero. I was about to make changes for that. We will make 1 or 2 still. But what a moment. Corner on for Harbottle. Vaughan will be replaced by Hankin, the youngster. And Mo Silla will come on for Boots. And Goodrich will switch to the right. A good display. Now we watch TNS. It is the only thing that matters. We've wrapped up our job. Now TNS, please hold on for at least a point. As Jack Bolton's got it on the left. If we can score a few more, get strikers on hat-tricks, that would be great. Of course, with the cup final coming up, we love them both in form. Though Bolton gives it away. Sutton clears downfield. And Wilson picks it up to Hood. He's got himself in here. He's 1-on-1. Oh, that's a brilliant finish. Almost got caught by Cordner. And then Zabret beating it his near post. A great finish. He curled it well. But I think the keeper will be disappointed. As TNS still on terms. That's the most important bit for us. We don't want to concede a second though. It will get a little bit risky then. As Burns got it in goal for Haverfordwest. Long ball downfield. Hockenhull heads away to Fanian, to Pixley. Chance to put Glatzel in. He's 1-on-1. It's a good save by Byrne. Hooper will clear. And that's his chance at the hat-trick gone. We've got another throw on the right though. It is relentless stuff. Hankins throwing headed away. It's going to be picked up by Liam Coyle. To Hankin again. The Youth Academy player finds Coyle. Plays a 1-2 in towards Fanian. And headed away as far as Hicks. It's Haverfordwest on the front foot. And they've got themselves in again here. Wilson beats Hockenhull to it. He eventually holds him up, but he's beaten him again. Wilson into the box. He hits the side netting. A Haverfordwest a threat here. And I'm a bit worried with just 1 goal in it at the other game that this could start to get a bit messy. Zabret flicks it forward to Pixley though. It's a wonderful goal kick. Pixley finds Glatzel. Beats his man. He's in 1-on-1 here. Paul Glatzel. Oh, he's put it wide again. How many chances did that guy miss? Glatzel sprays it wide. And TNS are holding on. It is all that matters. The stats for this game are actually pretty even now. As Hockenhull heads away the free kick. It's 4-1 and it's been an even match. As Hood brings it forward. Scored the goal of course, but he's forced backwards to Sutton. Silla intercepts it. Goes long to Glatzel. Picks it up on the left. Will he turn provider this time? Of course not. He goes alone. He's on a hat-trick and Byrne tips it over. Corner kick to Bangor. And greed amongst the strikers. As Will Swan has scored a third for TNS. We wrap up second place. It's not the title we got last year. It's not the brilliant season we had last time round. But it's European football guaranteed. And that's a fantastic result. TNS in a big game have done the job. Will Swan, the big player, has done it. And we have won 4-1 in our game. We wrap up second place. And that is so important financially. It's so important in terms of the transfer window. And it's important for the Builder Nation. Because it gives the other professional side, TNS, a chance to get into Europe as well. They'll be in the playoffs. We've got a cup final to focus on. We can still wrap up a second trophy of the season. Carmarthen, the next side we face. We'll be back in a week's time for the Welsh Cup final. We're back for the cup final against Carmarthen. And this is promising to be a very big summer. We've wrapped up loads of the players on new deals. You saw the Hockenhull one at the end of the last match. He signed a 3-year contract. Loads of others have signed 2- and 3-year deals. We've also got a new director of football in. And it's a former Luton player, Amari Morgan-Smith. Now, his attributes are very solid. He's got a balanced personality. His judging ability is 8. His judging potential is 12. And his negotiating is 8. Which sounds okay, pretty average. But if you then go and look at the former one, which was Ross Jenkins, his were 4, 4 and 2 with an unambitious personality. So that extra bit of drive, the determination's just a little better. The level of discipline is much higher and the motivation is higher too. It just gives us a little bit of a chance to work in the window. And it's all part of this master plan to upgrade the squad. I did almost forget to mention, if we go and have a look at the players out on loan, we'd sent out Jack Bodenham to Connors Quay. They made an offer for him in the domestic loan window. We were trying to build the nation, so we sent him there. Of course, we didn't know at that point our collapse was going to last so long. So he almost ended up costing us European football. But he's done a job there and he's in the playoffs with them. So I'm hoping he'll have a good spell. But all that matters today is Carmarthen v Bangor City. This is our chance to win the Welsh Cup for the first time in the series. A chance for us to turn this from a slightly disappointing season into a good one. And a chance for us to really move forward. But we're also coming up against Noah Daly, a former hero from our Cliftonville save. We know how good he can become. And we know how tough an opponent he's going to be. He's their top scorer. He's a very good player for them. And he's surely going to cause us a few threats. So I'm going to make the changes to the squad. I'm going to bring in for Mafuta Mosilla onto the bench because there's only 5 subs in this competition. We've got McLagan as a striker, Rogers, Hackett, Silla as midfielders and Cordner as a defender. So I'm afraid no Jack Hankin for this one. We've got to go for depth. We've got to go for the most versatile squad members. And as a result, it's the same 11 that battered Haverfordwest in the last game. So let's get into it. A chance to really finish a poor season on a high. We've had such a poor second half to it. We bounced back last week. And now we've got a chance to wrap up the Welsh Cup. A domestic cup double certainly wouldn't go amiss. And look at the man who we've got to close down. Noah Daly is very much the danger man. Liam Thomas is a solid striker as well. We've got Steve Thomason at the back, who we had in Season 2. But it's a good squad, so we're going to have to be careful. We're going to ask the lads to pick up where they left off. They were brilliant last time. And this time, we've got most of them motivated. So let's hope this is a start of a good run going into the European qualifiers. Carmarthen v Bangor City, 3,500 fans at a neutral venue. And a chance for us to wrap up our second trophy of the season. And one we've never won before. As Boot's on the attack for just a minute in. And we're back with Ethan Vaughan at right back. Finds Boot. Chance to cross but cuts it back to Goodrich. Flicks on and Thomason clears. Only as far as Hockenhull. Glatzel's out of contract at Watford incidentally. Unless they sign him on a new deal, we can't have him. And it's such a shame because he's put us ahead already. Ethan Vaughan, the right back, a delicious cross to the back stick. And Glatzel glides it in. Brilliant finish, but no chance to keep him unless Watford give him a new deal. And he heads that one just over as well from the corner. A blistering start from Bangor and a great chance to win the trophy here. But it's a free kick at the other end now. Smith puts the cross in. Reynolds at the back post loses out and Bolton heads clear. Fanian can surge away. It's a 2-on-2. We're getting a third up as well. Fanian goes right. He's forced wide. It's a good effort though. And it's deflected behind, but it's a goal kick. If that was just his shot, it was woeful. I thought he had taken a deflection. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But Samuel Fanian not got his shooting boots on so far. Well, 10 minutes to the break. It has calmed down a bit, but we're back with the Carmarthen set piece again. Smith crosses from the right. Fallow heads against the bar. Oh, it was a great effort. And we still look a bit susceptible. We're going to need to do a lot of set piece work in the summer. A lot of tactical work. And we just need to get a second here. But it's another set piece for Carmarthen. Smith delivers. Buries up. Good header away by Harbottle. Noah Daly's going to chase it and he's going to get there though. Another man we'd love to have. Obviously at Cliftonville in FM20, he was such a hero for us for some time. And here he is again. Lovely through ball to Thomas. And it's 1-1. 90 seconds to half time. And Noah Daly's caused all the trouble. Carmarthen 1, Bangor City 1. And it's all starting to go a little bit wrong again. We just can't put 2 good games together at the moment. Half time then, we're going to tell them to do it for the fans. We need some sort of reaction. We've got absolutely nothing. I really don't know what's happening here. We need some big characters in the summer. We've got to look at that in terms of the priority. Once we've gone through the end of season review, as well as getting in some of those young quality players like we did this year, just 2 or 3 big characters. That's going to be an essential. Because Carmarthen are demolishing us with set pieces here. And it's an own goal by Zabret. It hits the bar. It hits Ethan Vaughan, in fact, and goes in. And the Welsh Cup just seems to be evading us in this save. We cannot get it. We lost to Barry Town on penalties. That was the first year. The second year we got shocked. So let's go and make changes, more in hope than expectation. James Boot is tired. He's going to be replaced by Hackett. Silla will come on in the holding role as Hoyle's on a booking. And Pixley's had a poor game as well. So Jack Rogers on. We're going to go attacking. We're going to try and get forward. But we need something. We just need some sort of fight. It's not there. We're going to berate them, but it's more Carmarthen set pieces. And after a brilliant first 10 minutes where we could have scored 3, we've just succumbed to pressure and it's the aerial route again. As Vaughan finds Silla to Goodrich to Silla. In fact, we might swap those 2 in a minute as Rogers picks it up in a centre circle. He's got Bolton out left, but instead beats his man. Finds Paul Glatzel. We need more heroics, but he goes back. Just taking the safe option there. It finds its way out to Bolton on the left. Into Silla. Over the top to Glatzel. He's got to score. Oh, he's put it over. The commentary says it perfectly. How did he manage to miss that? Over the bar. It's 2-1 to Carmarthen. And they're going to win this, I think. We're going to be more expressive. We're going to run at the defence. Oh, I just don't know. There is no quality whatsoever. We're even going to try and play a little bit wider. We're going to try and play a bit higher up the pitch. We just hope that something gives, but I think Carmarthen are going to nick this. Again, we've dominated the stats. The expected goals is double. but we're not taking chances. And as a result, we have lost to Noah Daly and Carmarthen. It is a 2-1 victory for them, and we have lost another Welsh Cup final. A disappointing season as we throw away the league title, we don't win the Welsh Cup, and we've only got the League Cup to show for it. We watch Carmarthen lift the Welsh Cup. It is a disappointing day for Bangor fans, and a big rehaul is needed in the summer. An overhaul is definitely on the cards, because this has been a really disappointing one. Let's not watch any more of that. We're going to say it was unacceptable. The first 10 minutes was brilliant. After that, we were appalling. And there's a lot of change needed in the summer. We'll get ahead to the season review quickly. We'll round off this disappointing year. European football, I guess, a bonus financially, but a disappointing one for the club again. Right then, let's wrap up this season. The 2022-23 season at Bangor City. Lots of arrivals. Hockenhull was brilliant. A proper replacement for Ted Malden. Paul Glatzel did well when he came in, and Cordner wasn't bad either. Pixley was solid. Hackett was okay, but there's a lot of disappointments in there. If we're being completely honest, Ethan Vaughan since January has been appalling. And Jack Rogers hasn't been great either, but we'll move on. The season's results, the disappointments came. We did win the League Cup, so a trophy, that's the most important thing. We haven't gone trophyless. We lost that disappointing Welsh Cup final to Carmarthen and Noah Daly. The Trust Trophy, we knocked out in the third round against Aberdeen's reserves. I guess the big positive at the start was Europe, but it really caught up with us at the end of the year. We got to the Champions League, we lost to Dinamo Zagreb, but a good performance at home. In the Europa Conference, great wins in Georgia and in San Marino for a narrow defeat against Karabag, which was an excellent effort. But this is where the disappointment was. We scraped second place in the league, 11 points off the top. And there is a lot of work to do to overturn that. It looks like Barry are losing their star man, Even Press. He hasn't signed a new deal, and they've now put him on the transfer list. So I wonder if we can snap him up. If not, it could be a long season for the nation, not just us. The big moments to remember though, we'll ignore the goal of the season because Holloway scored a cracker in that cup game. But the two biggest matches to remember, the away win in Georgia and the big win away in San Marino. Two brilliant European ties before all of these domestic troubles. And next season I might have to think about it differently. Of course, we're not in the champions path, we're in the runners-up and the best placed ones. So we're probably going to end up with a really difficult tie. And we might go out first time round. We have to bear that in mind. Sponsorship, broadcast revenue and all the other stuff is up because of Europe. The prize money is pretty much unrivaled. But we're not going to be able to get that next year. And that's something we have to think about too. The best 11, not too unexpected. Owen Moore stayed in above Ethan Vaughan. We're going to need to get in protection next year at right back. And we're probably going to play with wingers, which will do that. Otherwise, though, a very good season for most of these first 11. Just not as good in the squad. We need to get more depth. We need to get more quality domestically. And we need a couple of big characters for these big matches. Of course, our youngest player, Gwyn Tudor, has left the club since. He's gone to TNS. Hockenhull wins Player of the Season and Young Player of the Season. Holloway, top goal scorer. It's a shame he was missing for the final. The most assists went to Pixley and the best average rating to Hockenhull again. So there we go. History in the making. We won the League Cup if nothing else. But not the best one. We've got a big summer of work to do. We'll be back for our first European qualifier and hopefully a little overhaul to this squad. A new director of football, perhaps bring in some magic and some big characters needed to help these young stars. So I'll see you there, but a big thank you for watching this one. If you did enjoy it, our defeat in the cup final, but most importantly European football next year, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from 2 long-term stories. I hope you all had a good festive period. We got plenty of action from this one into the new year. We'll be back with a head coach tomorrow, a transfer special to come in that one as well. And our very own one here at Bangor in 2 days' time, including European football as well. If you want to stay up to date with that, subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. 2 live streams a week. And of course, our little festive playlist was in the eye above as well. So if you haven't seen that one yet, please do catch up in the eye above. But a big thank you for watching this, for supporting this channel and the podcast channel. It really is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you next time for a brand new season at Bangor, where we need to regain that title from Barrytown United.